Hello everyone. Today we are going to deal with working with cognitive services and AI insights in Power BI services and Power BI desktop. So let's shift to Power BI services and explore a few things there. On your Power BI services, the AI and the machine learning capabilities are enabled only on with your premium license. And you need to have a dedicated capacity workspace to enable these features. So let me just shift to workspace and create a workspace. And I'm just going to call this cognitive services workspace. And if you go to your advanced, you will notice you have the dedicated capacity turned on. If this is not allowed, that means you do not have a premium license. I'll just go ahead and click on save, and you will notice I have got a workspace with a small diamond icon over here. When you hover, it tells you it is on the premium content. So this is what I wanted. Like I said, your machine learning and AI is only enabled with a dedicated capacity workspace. Now you can go to the new option to create a new data flow in this workspace. I'm going to go ahead and get this data from Azure Blob. So it's a CSV that I'm trying to work with. We'll go ahead and click on put in the URL that I want to work with and click on next. And you will notice this is giving me a preview of the data that I am connected to. And you will notice this is giving me the customer name, the email address, the date, the topic, subject, and comment. On the basis of this comment column, we are going to have some AI insights. Let's go ahead and click on transform data. And this transform data looks exactly like your query editor in Power BI desktop. And this gives you a capability of having an AI insight. When you click on this AI insight icon, this gives you a couple of insights that you can add to your data. So let's go to this cognitive intelligence folder that we have, and we get an option of tag image, extracting the key phrases, detecting a language, and scoring the sentiment. So let's do a score sentiment analysis over here. And this further expands and asks me to pick up the column that I would want from my data on which I want to do the, on which I want to have an AI insight. So I'm going to just click on use the column coming from my data. There's no language that I'm going to pick up as of now. We'll just go ahead and click on apply. You'll notice in the applied steps that it is just adding some more steps, and I have got an alert over here in case you're working with a model kind of structure or you have the data coming from multiple sources. This may be applicable, but as of now, since I'm just working with a single table from a single source, I would just go ahead and hit on continue over here. And towards the end of the table, you will see you have got a new column added, which is giving you the score sentiment on the basis of the original comment column from your data. So good so far. I'll just go ahead and change the name of this column just to score sentiment. One important thing to notice here is you're getting a small warning. So just to quickly check, you can hover over or click on that warning, and it says that you have an untyped column. So those warnings can be fixed here in the query editor. I'll go ahead and make that as a decimal, and you will see that the warning that I was getting over here has now gone, and I'm getting a decimal new column of sentiment analysis. Now, I have just invoked an AI insight on my data, and I can just go ahead and close this. This will validate the query and it will return me the data flow, which I can use for my analysis. So I'm just going to call this review cognitive services data flow. And I can just go ahead and hit on save. If you want to add a description, you can add it there. Okay. I can hit on yes, and I may also, before I go to the query, so this is basically the data that I am getting over here. I can just, you will notice here in my cognitive services workspace, I don't have anything but only the data flow that is the one that we have just created. So I can just go ahead and click on refresh now and just wait for the data to refresh. And once this is done, I can shift to my dashboard. I'm sorry, my desktop, the Power BI desktop. We'll go to get data. From here, I'll just pick up Power BI data flows and I'll connect it to the data flow that I have just created having an AI insight. So Power BI is taking a bit of time to get that data flow in. And here you will notice I have, because I had two dedicated capacities, it's giving me both. I want to work with this one as of now, and I had just not renamed the table. That's the reason it's coming as query. And when you select, it will show you the preview of the data along with the column that you had with the AI insight. Now, here you can directly load and start working on it, or you can click on transform to further invoke few more insights if you would want. Once this opens in the query editor, you will notice you have few more AI insights that that Power BI allows in the new latest version. Over here, you have text analytics, you have vision, you have Azure machine learning. I'm going to go ahead with the text analytics. And this will open a new window that will give me a couple of options to do my AI insights on the top of the data that I've just imported into the desktop. So say now I want to use the key phrases that has been used in the data on the column name, and the column name that I want to work on is the comment column. Again, as it's saying the language is optional, I can just click on OK. We'll click on apply changes. So I'm just working with import, and these are a few options that is being asked because I am working on the data flow and the AI function. So I'll just let it be. I don't need any of these. And once done, you will notice I can just click on continue. This is the same dialog that I was getting at the desktop level. And here I have got the whole list of columns, or the whole list of the data after I had applied a extract phrase AI insight. Okay, so I have, you can notice on the basis of the comments column, it has given me two additional columns of extract key phrases and the key phrases that has been used there. Now, moving ahead, let me just quickly create one more insight for you. which for this one, I'll use the detect language option. And again, I want to do it on the column name comment, just to be sure about what are the languages that are being used. One more option over here is this is the place that allows you to pick up the premium capacity that you have. Now, towards the end, again, you will notice EN is for my English, and this is the name that I have got. And somehow you will notice that your data would be, having some additional columns because of this AI insight. So you can go to your remove columns and you can just remove the duplicates if in case if you want. And you will notice once the duplicates have been removed, you still get those AI insights that you have performed in the query editor, along with the one that is coming from the services is also there. Instead of query, I'm just going to call it my review data. And I can now go ahead and click on close and apply. And you will notice now I will get the data with all the changes that I have made in my desktop, and it will behave like any other data that I would be using for my analysis. Please notice I have a score sentiment column over here. I have the email, phrases columns over here. We have a detect language. So here, let me just create quickly a tree map for you, and you will see it gives me an idea about all the score sentiments that I have on the basis of the name. So maybe for the name, I can add the group and the score sentiment can be added in the detail. The votes can be added in the value. And I start seeing, so you can see the name of the person over here. You can see the sentiment analysis. You can see his votes, and the color coding is just, if I go ahead and bring my legends on, it'll tell me about the, so this group is basically on the name. I can change this and do a couple of more changes over here to create a visualization with my AI insights in the data. And we can now from here, when I go ahead and publish this in my services, I'll start getting a data set which I can use as a normal data to create a visualization out of that. So that's how you use your AI insights in Power BI services and Power BI desktop. Hope that was helpful. Please remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.